Hey guys, you are watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians here on AFTERBUZZ TV. Now, are Kylie and China, are they at it again? And is Kendall feeling left out with her family? So stay tuned because we are going to be talking all of that and more here on AFTERBUZZ TV.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I like this beginning so much better than the old one.
Me too.
Hey guys, welcome back. Hopefully you were here last week. If not, welcome to any newcomers. You are watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians here on AFTERBUZZ TV, and
Yes.
we are on season
12.
I wrote season 1 by accident. Yeah, I meant to write the 12.
Season 12.
Season 12, episode 4. So it is just me and Dakota again for anyone that's new and or coming back from last season. Me and Dakota are new. We still have Francesca and Bobby. They are here, but they're not here physically with us today.
Francesca just texted me and said she promises that her and Bobby will be in the studio next week, so it'll be all 4 of us, the new panel.
Yes.
So it's going to be great, and I'm really happy that they're going to be returning because we haven't done a show with
I know.
all 4 of us yet.
So we promise you guys, because we hear Bobby's like the favorite. So
Yeah.
we've never met Bobby, so
No.
we're excited. So we
Yes.
promise they'll be back.
Promise.
Just stay put. All right, but we got a good show for you guys today. Me and Dakota are super fans of the show, even if they
Yes.
annoy us sometimes. More.
See, for me, I feel like they never
they-
annoy me. I just like adore them.
See, they annoy me, but I still love them.
Yeah.
So
I feel like
I'm
that's
not
most
hating.
people.
I'm really not. It's just they're crazy, but it's okay. We all are.
I feel like most people are like you though. Like they love them, and they almost like love to hate them in a sense.
lot of
like,
people love to hate
You know,
them.
because they do all these things, and they're always in the media, and sometimes I think people get a little annoyed that they're always popping up on their timeline. But
Yeah,
for me,
really.
I'm just like, what's next? I want to know.
I mean, I'm jealous of their life. I am. I'm not going to pretend I'm not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I really am. So at least I'm honest about
that's
it.
true. That's true.
All right, so it started off with Kylie. She was doing her Cooking with Kylie app.
Yeah.
And I remember, I don't have that anymore, the app. I had Kylie's app, but I remember reading about it.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you have her app. What did you think about that? Did you watch it?
You know what's funny is I had Chloe's app for a while. So I don't have Kylie's, but I did see some snippets of it. And
You don't have Kylie's?
No, I don't have anyone. I don't have any
She's
of their
your
apps. I
obsession.
know. I need to get on it. I ran out of iTunes money, and I don't like to put my credit card information there. So I always like just buy gift cards and put it on
kind of
there.
girly too.
Yeah, and I heard it's more like just the makeup and fashion
is.
stuff. So I'm like, you know what, I'm good, but I still love her so much. But yeah, I mean, I have seen clips of her, you know, like cooking segments, and I think that this, from what we saw tonight with Chloe and Kylie and her friend Harry, like this was going to be a really funny cooking show. And if anything, that's the kind of cooking show I would watch because
too.
it's interesting and it's not just, oh, hey, you know, you put this in the oven and then, you know, whatever.
Well, for anyone that doesn't have her app, I found on YouTube, she has like a YouTube page. Obviously, she doesn't personally do it. Other people upload a lot of the segments onto the YouTube. So I'm like,
Really?
You don't have to buy the app. I mean, there's a lot of things with the app that come with it, and I really liked it. I got it. I had it for a little bit, but I mean, I just couldn't. I didn't want to be spending it that much every
Yeah.
month. Kylie's the only one that I had.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine paying for every single one.
Right. And Chloe's app was amazing and hilarious, and she posts inspirational quotes, she posts crazy photos, crazy like rants, and everything that you can want and more for Chloe. So I loved that, and it was great. But it's, I mean, a lot of people have said it's kind of like, you know, you buy magazines at the store. So instead of like buying Cosmopolitan, you're paying $3 for a month's worth of content. So I mean, I definitely get.
But it's all Kardashian. It's not really.
That's true. But yeah, so I think this scene that we saw was hilarious. And Harry is actually in a lot of Kylie's Snapchats, if you follow her on Snapchat.
Yeah.
And he is so funny. Did you see like the little Snapchat movies that they came out with and that Harry was like the main star of?
I saw a couple of them. I'm bad with
Cracked me
Snapchat.
up.
Like, I'll watch it. Like, I'll go for a few days and I'm like, yeah, Snapchat, here we go. Like, I'm
Yeah.
obsessed with it. Or I like miss it for a week and then I'm like, I hear all this good stuff about
Yeah.
it. And that's the only thing I don't like about Snapchat is I end up missing a lot of stuff and then you can't get it back.
That's true. It's
Unless
kind of
you-
sad. Like, I wish that you could post something and it would stay
No.
there for a long time. But
Well, everyone's like, you could save it, but then I'm like, then what? Oh, I did the Snapchat a year ago.
Yeah.
It's funny here.
and
I'm
then
like
it's
posting.
always
It's kind of
popping.
weird.
Yeah. What did you think of the whole situation where Kim was on the phone with Rob and Rob was saying, you know what, I have to brush my teeth, but China's in the room, so here, go ahead and talk to her while I'm, you know, brushing my teeth. And she hung up because she was super uncomfortable. She hasn't talked to China ever since the awkward Kylie Tyga thing happened. And I just thought that was really kind of crazy to think, okay, you know, my brother is, his fiance is my ex-best friend. And
It's so confusing.
my sister's boyfriend is her, China's ex-fiance, and has a baby with. Like, it is just so crazy. And I know we talk about it every week, but I mean, it takes a lot for someone to really think about this. And I don't blame Kim for not being ready. I mean, we all have our right times to be ready for things. And something like that, I don't think I would be ready to talk for a long time. What about you?
Yeah, I don't think I'd be ready to talk for a long time, too. It's just a lot. It's just a lot of drama. But at the same time, it's like that family goes through so much drama that, like, I don't know.
You know what? I do love China in the sense that I at first was like, whoa, this with Rob, it doesn't seem like it's something that would happen, but it seems like they've been really getting along. They seem like they really love each other, and I love how, you know, China's making him inspiring him to work out and, you know, lose the weight and be able to find a happy place in his heart again. I feel like he's always been in hiding for a long time, and the fact that he's finally coming out again and being in the public eye, you know, he hasn't been on this show for like I don't know how many seasons, maybe like 2 seasons already, but
more, I feel
heavily
like.
on it for a long time. Yeah. So I just feel excited that at least China's, you know, helping him, you know, be more positive, because I feel like we've seen him in a more negative light for a long time. So I'm excited to finally see him come out of his shell a little bit more, even though he is stirring up some drama here and there with family.
With the family. Well, then another little family, not drama, but a little family feud between Kendall and the rest of the fam. They're not like feuding, but Kendall, she basically was saying how she feels blessed that she has this career. You know, she's doing amazing with modeling, and she says she gets to travel the world, but she feels almost left out with her family. Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, I see how she feels. I can understand, you know, when you're really close to your family, especially how they are. She's traveling so much. I don't know. Are you close to your family? Like, would it be hard for you?
It would be hard. And, you know, like I talk to my family every single day, which is very fortunate because we're very close. And for those of you who don't know, my whole family lives in Missouri. I moved out here when I was 17 to pursue acting and in career and all the entertainment industry. I just turned 20 not too long ago.
I always think you're old, like you're just so much more mature that I always forget you're just turned 20 years old.
Yeah, I've been out here for like 2 years now. So, but yeah, I definitely get it. And I would feel the same way if my family was busy doing things, but I feel like they always include me and we FaceTime a lot. But it kind of broke my heart for Kendall because, you know, her mom, Chris, was saying that she called her crying and was saying, I just miss my sisters. And, you know, she knows that she has to work a lot, but she feels like she's kind of been forgotten because when she is in town, she'll see videos and stuff on social media where her sisters are out partying, having a good time without her when they could have easily invited her because she lives just down the street whenever she's back. So I did understand that. It made me sad for her, but
I don't know. I think I don't know. I don't that whole, well, we don't know if you're home. Yeah. If it was the other way around, because I'm from Jersey, so it's like I used to go to New York all the time. So if it was the other way around and my sister was still in New Jersey, I would still hit her up. Like I don't know. I just don't think that. I don't know. My words are not coming out right tonight.
It's
for
all
some
about
reason.
Like communication with
you never
people.
know. She may be there. Why not try?
Right. Exactly. And I feel like that. I think they just always think, you know, oh, Kendall's out working. She's not going to be here. So they kind of forgot to ask her, or honestly probably just forgot, at a lack of better terms.
Everyone's different. I just would never. I can't imagine forgetting.
That.
But everyone's different.
But they have so many sisters too.
Yeah, I only have one.
Yeah, so it's a little more to keep up with, but
well, let's keeping up. Oh wait, what were you gonna get into?
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like, I feel like they did make it up to her in the end. You know, we'll get more into that a little later. But,
in the end they did.
But I did like how at least they came together and started making her feel better about herself and be like, look, you know, we love you. I do think Kendall is probably the busiest one, to be honest. I mean, all of them have their own photo shoots and their apps and everything. But, you know, Courtney stays home with the kids a lot. And, you know, Chris is always at home or helping, like, in her office, helping all the kids get their business deals and stuff. But I feel like Kendall is definitely the busiest one right now in the sense that she's always gone. And I feel like everyone else is more home-based. And, you know, I was talking to someone who said a lot of times for stuff for filming and photo shoots, a lot of times they will come to them and so like they
Oh,
will come
really?
over to the house to set up stuff. But obviously for some of the bigger magazine shoots, they have to go out. But I heard a lot of the stuff they're like, no, you come to us. We're really busy. So literally we'll just stay at home and have the people come to them, which is great.
Can you imagine?
I know.
That's so, like, I don't want to get out of bed today. Let me just roll onto the makeup chair.
Yeah.
Like, literally. And
But
they have their own glam.
Yeah.
For all you girls watching out there, they have their own glam rooms.
Yes.
Can
By
you
the way,
imagine?
we
I'm so
totally forgot
jealous.
to like say our like social media
We
handles.
did!
Where can we find you on social media?
Sorry, guys. You can find me. It's a little better late than never.
Yeah.
You can find me on Instagram at Let's Face It with Justine. I do makeup videos and stuff. So that's why I love the Kardashians, because I do makeup, so I'm so into their style. So check me
Yes.
out there, and on Twitter at, what's my Twitter? Justine DiVanna 3.
Yes, I was getting ready to tell you. I'm like, I know it.
She doesn't.
And you guys can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Mr. Dakota T. Jones, and on Snapchat at Crazy Coda. And I just love talking to you guys. You guys are the greatest. And leave comments down below, and also subscribe to us on iTunes. Rate us 5 stars if you love it, 4 stars if you hate it, because as our other host, Yel Teagle, who is here at AfterBuzz, she says the other stars don't work. So don't try them because they're not going to work.
I love it. I was actually going to remind everyone to give it a thumbs up if you like us. If you don't, you don't have to, but, if you're going to give us a thumbs down, I get it. You got to. Just don't do it.
Hate is gonna hate. Hate
So
is
it's
gonna
okay.
hate.
It's okay. Do what you gotta do. All right, well, let's get back into it.
Yeah.
Since we got a little cut off, but it's okay. Let's get into Kris. I just thought this part was so funny. I wrote down that, in quotes, she has a no parking on the driveway rule.
That's great.
And she just what did you think when she kept going up to Kourtney and Kim? And they just ignored her. Literally,
did.
she would say something. They're like, "Oh my God, Penelope looks so cute in this dress."
I know. I was cracking up. But it made me sad because I would never talk to my mom like that.
I know.
I have the most utmost respect for my mother, and if I would ever talk to her like that, I wouldn't be able to live with myself.
My mom would be like, "No, you did not."
My mom would just start, be quiet and leave and then cry or something. Because, my mom's really sensitive, and I would never put her through that. And I feel like they with all the stuff happening with Kim living there, and
especially what's going on with Rob, I'm
Right.
surprised that they would do that.
Yeah.
And they're talking
Yeah.
about Rob, how he's disrespecting. We'll get into that.
Yeah, and I feel bad for Kris, and I know that she's very tough and complaining a lot about the stuff that Kim does around the house, or leaves this out in the pantry, and cockroaches or whatever come in.
Ew.
I feel like it's kind of like, come on, Kris. I feel like she's trying to find things to get upset about, but I mean, it was definitely overplayed whenever they were on their phones ignoring Kris, and I was like, come on, guys.
So overplayed.
I was like, oh, that's so sad, but crazy stuff. But
I know.
And then we see Khloe in the Shape magazine shoot. That was amazing. I know that Khloe acted like, we talked about this on our Cocktails with Khloe after show, when we displayed on our news and gossip section the picture of her in the Shape magazine.
Yeah.
She didn't like her own cover. She was like, I didn't like that. I didn't like the gray suit that I was wearing, but
See, I'm surprised they don't have more of a say.
yeah,
You would think that they would show
the top 4 or 5.
Yeah, and be like, what do you think? I don't know. I feel like if you were a celebrity that was as influential as a Kardashian, they would be like, no, I do not want that, and they could give them money not to do. I don't know. I mean, I could be 100% wrong. If there's anyone out there that knows more about that whole deal, let us know, because I genuinely am confused.
Yeah, I know from what I've heard from just other celebrities who've been upset with their covers, they don't really have a say in the final photo. So they will be agreeing to be like, I'm going to do this shoot, and you are going to take the pictures of me, and you're going to pick. It's like a kind of a gamble that they choose when they know that they're going to sign on to a magazine, because the magazine has it set in their mind what they want, what they want from the shoot and what they want their cover to look like. So the celebrity doesn't have that much of a say, is what I've heard, unless it's
that might be dumb of me for not knowing that, but
no, I thought that too. I thought the exact same thing, but after reading a few articles and stuff, I heard a lot of time they don't have say. Justin Bieber was really upset with his People magazine shoot when he was 12.
What I don't get though, which we won't stay on this too long. I don't. There were so many other better pictures that wouldn't a magazine. I've seen that happen a lot, and I'm like, why do they pick this as the cover when they have so many better ones?
Yeah.
Maybe it's a certain kind of, like you said, a certain image.
Yeah.
she's doing a lot of other stuff, but
Yeah.
to fit that cover, maybe I don't know.
And we saw Kim was like went to the shoot, and Kim was envious of Khloe's body, which is one of those things where obviously it's starting to happen more now. But you know, back in the day, everyone would be like, "Come on, Khloe, you need to look more like Kim." But now Khloe's the thinner one because
Yeah.
Kim is, you know, trying to get off the baby weight. But I feel like just seeing Kim kind of envious of Khloe is kind of like a 360 type of thing, or
It's
like
really-
a 180 type of thing. Yeah.
I feel like this has been happening for a while. What do you guys think? Tell us.
Yeah,
Let us
tell
know.
us right now.
Because I've noticed this for a long time. But let's get back in. We actually missed when Kylie really was doing that whole cooking with Kylie thing.
Yeah.
China posted something nasty about her cooking with China Instagram. Did you?
Yeah.
I had no idea this even existed.
I didn't know she had an Instagram page for just her cooking, which is apparently what they said on the show. I don't know if Chris had it wrong or not, or Kim had it wrong or not, but I have never heard of her Instagram just
either.
for cooking. I think, you know, everyone is allowed to cook. I mean, I can make a cooking video, you can make a cooking video, and it wouldn't be like a rivalry thing. And, you know, if my ex is, you know, like if I was dating a girl and then we broke up and then her new boyfriend was like, hey, I'm going to do a cooking show and I happened to make a cooking tape back in the day, I wouldn't feel threatened or anything, would you?
Well, this is the thing. I think it's because Kylie is one of the biggest celebrities out there now.
Okay.
And China feels threatened. Especially because she's in the family. So, like, maybe if the dynamic is weird.
Yeah.
And she's dating her ex.
Yeah.
So say that it wasn't that way.
Yeah.
Maybe not. But, you know, I don't know much about China, Black China, but she seems a little bit like she likes the feud a little.
Yeah.
That's what I get from her. I'm not saying she's a bad person. It just...
No.
kind of seems like there's a lot of like pot stirring.
There's tension. And, you know, Kim even said, she said, you know, originally whenever all this happened, whenever Kylie started dating Tyga, she said, I felt for China because I know China's heart was broken.
Yeah.
So she said, I felt for her, but I had to choose my sister's side because she's my sister, but I still felt for China. So that was like a big thing for me. I was like, wow, like Kim actually, you know, cared about China's feelings, but had to kind of go with her sister because it's her sister.
Now, do you have a sister?
Yes.
Okay, so because I have a sister too, and I'm trying to think, you know, they're all adults. Mm-hmm. I mean, Kylie's the youngest, but do you think that there's a way that that Kim could have been still friends with China, even though that was her sister? Because it didn't involve Kim.
No.
Nothing bad really happened. It was just a really sticky, weird, awkward
was
situation.
awkward, yeah.
But like, do you think that was right of Kim to just drop China 100%?
I don't think so. If my sister, you know, was having a thing with one of my best friend's boyfriends, I don't know if I said that right, but if she was,
Something like that.
if she was, I would be like, you know, what are you doing? But at the same time, I wouldn't drop my best friend because it's my best friend. And, you know, it doesn't involve me. I would like talk with my sister and be like, look, we need to talk this out. You sure you want to do this? This is going to cause a lot of tension between all our families. But honestly, I feel like my sister wouldn't even try anything like that.
And
I feel like a lot of people know better. But I mean, love is love. And if you fall in love with, you know, someone who is within the family that knows someone else who's been within the family, who's dating someone else within the family, it gets complicated. But you know what? What can you do?
Well, you never know what goes on behind closed doors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there could have been a lot of conversation
Yeah.
that we don't know of. But then we got into Rob was posting this was at the photo shoot.
Yeah.
So I feel like we're jumping around. Got to stay on track here. I know that they were talking about Rob at the photo shoot at Shape Magazine and talking about how, what were those messages? Something about him being an orphan? Because I think
Yeah.
you knew more about that than me. That's why I
Yeah.
wrote it down real fast, but I wanted to kind of get the more insight on you.
It said, like, he posted a photo that was of a note, and it said, when the blank is so bomb, but your family doesn't like her, so you ditch your family and become an orphan.
Like, so messed up.
I was like, come on, Rob. Like, I get that he's got a funny sense of humor, quote unquote funny, but
that didn't seem like a joke.
no, it didn't. And when I saw
Come
that,
on, that's a mean joke.
I was like, wow, like, this is not cool. Like, you know, you just don't post those things about your family. No matter if you're in a feud or not, like, family is family, and you don't, like, air your dirty laundry about your family out on social media. I mean, a lot of people do now, but, I mean, personally, I would feel guilty. I would be like, you know what? I get it. There's tension, but I'm not going to, like, ditch my family just because, you know, I have someone that I love.
It's so hard. You don't know what's for the cameras, or you don't know what's for publicity. You don't know. That family loves to get the pot stirring. They love having their names out there.
Yeah.
You just don't know, and that's what sucks.
I know. It's crazy because after all of this is happening and all the drama that Rob is kind of doing with the family, Kris is still helping Rob move everything into his house, and even takes Kim's furniture out of her own room, her and Kanye's room, and moves it to Rob's house without even asking Kim or Kanye. So basically, Kim and Kanye come home to not a lot of furniture. Everything's kind of moved out. Kim said she's basically making her granddaughter North move out. That whole situation, I was like, wow, wow, wow. But Kim kind of got back to her mom by just like totally moving out, moving into their Bel Air home, which you were saying you think was kind of funny. If they've had a Bel Air home this whole time, why wouldn't they have moved there?
I don't understand. Can someone please, like, if this makes me seem dumb, I'm sorry, but I don't understand. If they have all the money in the world and they're like, we have a Bel Air house, why are they not living in their Bel Air house while their amazingly brand new house they're doing? Like, I just feel like they never have a home. Like, and what I heard though was not heard. I think was it on Cocktails with Chloe when we do that show? Was it that they have help? That they feel like Kris is their grandmother, is the grandmother of North, and that maybe it's like helpful to them, or they like it.
Not only
it's
that,
the only thing I could think of.
Yeah,
it's not money. It's not the issue.
Right. The only thing I can think of is I remember a past episode where, you know, Kim was saying that she didn't want to move everything to their Bel Air house because they only had like 3 or 4 months left. So she didn't want to make a whole nother move just for 3 or 4 months later for her to have to make another move to their final destination where they want to have their house. So I think she just didn't want to make the move.
What about
all
before
the craziness.
that though?
I think
do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I think before she didn't have that house as much, and then like I don't think she had the house yet. And so when she finally did, I think she was just trying to sell it. I don't even know.
Can you imagine being like, oh, I'm just going to move. Fine, Mom, you don't want me. I'm moving into my Bel Air mansion that I don't even use. Can you imagine?
See, I've heard that their Bel Air one is not as big, so I think that that's another thing. They want to stay in their mom's house because it's more spacious from what I've heard. But I think they were finally at the point where they were like, you know what? We are going to just go have our own spot, because we heard the phone conversation with Kim and Kanye, and Kim's like, Mom says we did something in the pantry. And he's like, I think he put here, he said, I want to spend the night in a Four Seasons hotel tonight so we can just not go home to the stepmother, or no, to my mother-in-law or something like that. And just to hear Kanye say that, because, you know, Kris is always like, oh, me and Kanye were just, you know, so happy together. Yeah.
Like
so I think it was kind of funny to see Kanye be like, you know what, no. And he even said, whenever, you know, Kris had moved a lot of their stuff out, he's like, all right, it's very obvious she doesn't want us in here anymore. So
yeah, it's a little obvious. Well, we'll get into her reaction at the end, because that's how it pretty much ended.
Yes.
But I didn't want to miss out on this one topic, because I actually wrote it down. Okay, so they went to Dr. Simon, and it was Kris, and Kendall was there watching. It was Kris and Joyce. So that's their makeup artist. And I know
one of the many.
One of the many. That's one of the many.
But the main one.
Yes. Yeah. Mario and Joyce are the main. I'm not even going to get into that. Makeup's a whole other topic. But so it was Joyce and Kris, and Kendall was just watching, because Kendall doesn't, of course, need it. And it is called Cool Sculpting.
Yeah.
And what it does is it tightens the skin, so if there's any cellulite, any fat, anything, it tightens it up. Now, the reason why I knew about this is because I did something like this a while ago. It wasn't exactly Cool Sculpting. I think Cool Sculpting is a little bit more intense than what I did, and it was definitely not as expensive. So I wanted to look up the prices. So one time is not going to do anything. It said 2 to maybe see a little something, $600 a piece.
Oh my gosh.
And so that's what, $1,200 for 2. And they say that you need around 5 to 10.
Oh my gosh.
To like really see results.
Wow.
So, I mean,
That's
everywhere's different.
crazy.
They'll tell you something different, but I was looking up, and this is the average. And his name's Dr. Simon. You see him on you see him all the time whenever they're doing their plastic.
Right.
Not plastic. You know what I'm saying.
You
Whenever
said
they're going to
6 to 10 times, and you said $600 a piece, right?
Yeah. So it's like
$6,000 if you do it 10 times.
they're easy.
Oh my gosh, that's.
I mean, like I said, these
crazy.
numbers aren't like 100% accurate. I
Right.
looked it up online.
But
so,
I mean, they can, like a drop of a pin, afford that.
Yeah.
So it's like no big deal. It's
like me, it was like $100 for the one I went, and I was like, oh god, I can't afford 100. But it was. Yeah, I needed, like, if I wanted to see results, I'd have to do it 5 times. So
Okay.
imagine, it's around the
Yeah.
same thing. But would you ever do that?
I don't know. I don't think so
It's
at all.
not bad. It's not scary.
It's not like, does it burn or does it
No.
feel like really cold or what?
I don't know if this is it's not the exact one I did, but from the way it looked, it was kind of the same. What it is just, I don't know if they put cooling on theirs. The one that I did was it just basically like massaged your stomach to fit, and it like got it really heated. Felt a little weird. Did not hurt. It was just really weird.
Okay.
But not painful whatsoever.
Was yours more like a heated one rather than a cool sculpting? It was more like a heat pressure type of thing. Okay.
So I think obviously they're different. People are gonna watch this and be like, "This girl's so stupid." I'm talking about 2 different things. I'm
No,
not
but-
saying they're the same thing. I'm saying that they
Do similar.
kind of similar. They tighten the skin.
Yeah.
So
But like, I feel like you don't need this at all. I feel like you don't.
this is when I was working out like crazy,
Oh, okay.
and it's. Let's not get into me.
Okay.
Not even worth it. I'll
Okay.
tell you after. I'll tell you
Okay,
more about
sounds
it.
good.
Nobody cares about me, so let's do
No,
it.
seriously though. But I do think that it has to feel weird. So like,
It does.
yeah, I would. Think,
I wonder. I feel like that one would feel cool though.
I don't
cool
know. Yeah, I
sculpting.
mean, maybe. I feel like that one would be really kind of like a cold sensation. But
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it's not bad because they're not like wincing in pain or anything. They're just sitting there, so
Yeah,
it
it's
can't be
not.
that bad.
No. I feel
But-
cool that I actually kind of sort of know, like, oh, I did it once, but it
Yeah.
wasn't good, obviously, because I paid like nothing for it.
Yeah.
So it clearly wasn't good. All right, well, let's get into, I think, one of the favorite parts. You were like, we have to write this down.
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay.
Wanna take it away?
I
Wanna do
wrote
it?
it down, and Kanye. Okay, this situation is what Kim says that she wants to do for Halloween. Her and Jonathan were talking. Jonathan's her best friend, for those of you who don't know, and they were talking. We need to step it up this Halloween and do something really cool. So she called Kanye. Kanye said he was totally down with it, and Kim. This was Jonathan's idea. Kim is going to dress as Amber Rose. Kanye is going to dress as Kanye because he used to be with Amber Rose. And then Kylie is going to dress as China. And then Tyga was going to dress as Tyga
Oh my
because
God.
Tyga used to be with China. Obviously, they were like engaged. So this is all like the Halloween plans. And it all sounds great. And I would crack up if this happened.
They better do it. They talked about it
Kanye
on
said it
TV
was lit.
now.
Kanye said it was lit.
He
Like he
would.
wants to do it. But the thing is, Kylie and Tyga are not really seeing each other right now from what
Yeah.
we've heard. So I still think that Kim should dress as Amber. And
No,
Amber,
get together for Halloween. Like, just for Halloween, they
What
should
if-
be together.
What if Amber dressed as Kim and they like went out together? That would be hilarious.
Because they're cool now, supposedly.
supposedly.
So, like, supposedly.
It could happen. I really hope that Kim dresses as Amber, though. I think that would be great. But also, really quick, we saw that awkward moment before everything was resolved where Kendall was FaceTiming Chris. And Chris was like, your sister's lip kit launch is about to launch. It's her first big time. And Kendall's like, great. Tell her congrats. Like, she was so mad.
I mean, she's hurt, so
Yeah.
she's like, fine, if you don't care about me, I don't care about you.
She said she would have cleared her schedule to make sure that she would have been there for Kylie's launch. So that says a lot because, Kendall's very busy. So the
Can you
fact that
imagine being so like, I'm just gonna clear my schedule and being able to because you're that big of a model?
Yeah.
Can I put this out there? I love that Kendall doesn't have to always be glammed up.
Yeah.
I love that about her. They're always all hair, makeup, ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
And she will walk in and be like, hey guys, and like, what was it when she went with Joyce and Chris to that whole doctor thing, whatever, she just like had a bun in. Like,
Yeah.
she doesn't wear makeup just because she's on camera. She's not like, oh my God. And
Yeah.
I think that's what's funny about her being a model. She's always been like that. Even you watch her, she loved horseback riding and go-karting when Caitlyn was Bruce, and it's just, I really I don't know. That's something I really like about her.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that I like that. She doesn't have to be all cleaned up.
Yeah, she can rock the natural look, and she looks good doing it. And
Yeah.
you know, it's funny because Chris was kind of like, "You look like a little kid today."
She looks so much younger.
Yeah, she does.
It's not that she's not pretty, but it's she looks so much younger. Like you look at her face and you're like, and then she stands up and it's this tall ass girl. You're like, oh my god.
Like, oh my gosh. This part is not important at all, but I just wanted to throw it in there to see what you thought about it.
What?
Whenever Courtney and Kim were in the car, and Kim said something like, "I'm not even up to date of the flavors of deodorant anymore."
I actually wrote that down.
She said flavors of
Did
deodorant.
I?
Which,
yeah,
you know,
I really did. I wrote there that they went, no, I think the part that killed me was I haven't been to a grocery store in 4 years. I don't know what the deodorant tastes like.
Tastes like, or she said flavor, and I'm like, but she messed up obviously because it's a scent, not a flavor.
Oh, I know. That's what, did she? I wrote down
flavor.
I said taste, but I could be. I was just like
cracking up.
this. I was like writing. I was like, what?
You know, it's a common mistake. I mean, I've said stuff like that before, but I just thought that was. Yeah, it just gave me a nice chuckle.
Can you imagine not having to go to the store in 4 years? I'm just sitting over here like, I want their lives. Like, can you imagine? Like, you haven't gone to the store in 4 years? I'd be dead if I didn't. I'd have to food.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I get it though. I mean, they can't go to anywhere without. I know Chloe says that she still goes to Target. Chloe says she's obsessed with Target. She'll go into Targets, and she said that she is recognized and like stops every like couple minutes for pictures and stuff. But it's cool that she's able to still kind of do that. I know she probably has to have major security, but she says that one of the best conversations she had with a fan, I think I read, was at a Target, and I was like, that's so cute.
Awesome.
I know.
What does she get at Target? So I'm getting into this. I'm like, what does she like at Target?
She loves apparently like the throws, like the blankets. I love Target's blankets too. Like all of my blankets are from Target. My whole bedding and everything. So
it's better than like an other kind of stores like that.
I think so. They're so soft. Like they have those really big fleece blankets.
I got a really good one at Walmart.
There you go.
But Target is a little bit more high class.
I know. Yep. Gotta love Target is what I call it. It's really fancy.
Target. Wait,
Target.
I've heard that so many times. But talking about moving, this is the part that Chris, you know, changed her life. This part was so freaking funny.
Yeah.
Kim surprised them by moving, that surprised Chris, but God, I can't freaking talk. Oh my God. She surprised Chris by moving out of the house.
Yeah.
And was it Courtney? Yes, Courtney. Sorry, I don't know why I can't talk today. Courtney went to lunch with Kim. There's, you know what it is? There's so many K's. I'm like, Jesus God. And they were like kind of distracting Chris. And when she gets back, in quotes, I've literally never seen someone more happy than her. She's like, this is the happiest day of my life.
Yeah.
I haven't let it sink in. This is amazing. She was on cloud 9.
Yeah.
She was literally like this. No, it's out?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I feel like I'm like a teenager in my own place.
I know. I honestly thought that she was going to get like really sad and be like, oh, I'm going to actually miss you. I'm so sorry that I
did too.
said these things. But
I really thought she was going to say, like, get like kind of like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
She was like, I'll miss you guys. Like,
I know. And
loved it.
Really quick before we get into the news and gossip, I know that they talked about, you know, obviously they had a girls' night. Everything was made up with Kendall. You know, they bought her all of her favorite snacks and all that was great. And they seemed to be bonding, which was great. But the big moment at the end that I was really excited to see was Rob finally coming to terms with, you know what, I messed up. I need to apologize to my mom because I've said some things that is very rude and very hurtful to her. And I loved how he finally came to her and was like, look, Mom, you didn't get my sense of humor, but I'm sorry. I really respect you and I love you and I appreciate everything you've done for me. Sorry I made fun of the snacks you bought me, type of thing. And
yeah, because right before that, I think Kim called Rob and was basically giving him shit like, that's your mom, like how you're disrespecting her. And he was just saying that he loves China, he doesn't want any drama. And so I was really glad to see that in the end he ended up going apologizing to his mom because he was saying it was a joke, but like, I'm sorry, that like, I don't think that's funny. Like even if it was supposed to be a joke, but it's not a funny joke.
No,
maybe
not a funny joke.
Maybe he thinks that his mom doesn't know what like Snapchat really is.
Yeah, exactly. But the word gets around, especially when you're a Kardashian / Jenner. Things get around and you hear about it one way or another through family texting. I know I'd love to read their group chats.
Oh my God, I would literally
I would love it.
All right, well, let's get into some news and gossip.
Yes.
AfterBuzz TV News.
All right,
so,
do you want to start off?
Sure, yes. The first thing I have is PerezHilton.com recently said that there is a doctor by the name of Dr. Gary Eldridge, and I believe he's from Australia, and he is trying to coin the name Kardashian facelift, which is a series of painless injections to the face, and trying to coin this term, but the Kardashians are not going to get a penny from it. So he's probably going to get sued, and it's going to be a big lawsuit, and they're going to say you can't use our name.
Yeah, without getting, that's crazy.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know how that's going to work out, but a lot of people are thinking that there's going to be a huge lawsuit. And actually, I think there is a lawsuit happening right now about that. But
there's so many lawsuits that are happening, and you don't even know. It's crazy.
Seriously.
We also got that, this really isn't that big a deal, but Blac Chyna gained 20 pounds, she said, in her pregnancy. She's only like, what, a couple months old? Couple months pregnant.
I think so, yeah. And like, this is the photo from her the other day when she went out with Rob, and I think that they went shopping, but they came back from like an airport or something, and you can kind of see that she's gained a little bit, but I think that's very normal. And obviously, like, when you're pregnant, that happens and stuff, but I still think she looks great. And I love how pregnant women these days can literally just, I mean, not these days, it's always, I mean, I love seeing like a natural glow on a pregnant woman. That sounds really weird, but you know what I'm saying?
I mean, no, I totally know what you're saying.
And you can tell they're happy. I mean, just like, I mean, not from this picture, but
I know this is not the right picture.
I know,
to say
but
that
you know
about.
what I'm saying. Like when you're pregnant, I imagine like a woman just kind of like being really happy and have like a glow about her face.
You're such a positive person. I love it.
Thanks.
No, the thing is, Blac Chyna's not big by any means, but she definitely has curves. So I think that picture is very hard to tell.
Yeah.
Cause she has like a bigger ass, bigger legs. Like it's hot. Like it's good looking. It's just you can't really tell.
Right.
But yeah. Hopefully we'll see some of those Instagram bumps pretty soon.
Yes, where Rob's behind her, like holding her belly. That would be great.
Oh my god.
But yeah, the next thing I have is Kourtney Kardashian made a rare appearance on the red carpet. She attended the opening of the Aria Resort and Casino, and this is her. A lot of people said that it looked very kind of bondage-y type of.
She looks so good.
She does, and I love that she's, you know, going out and having fun, and I love, you know, because she's had a hard time, you know, recently within the past few years. So the fact that she can go out of the house, have fun, and go to the red carpet is kind of cool.
And she never ever wanted to leave the house in general. I'm shocked that she's wearing that, and I love it. And you know that frickin' Scott is probably like,
dang it.
Damn.
I know.
And this is, did you want to add anything else to that?
Yeah, there's one last thing. Speaking of Scott, he is reportedly, now I don't know how.
I have something on him too.
Oh, okay, cool. I don't know how, like, you know, credible this is, but Scott is reportedly having some kidney problems that they said if he does not stop the drinking binges soon, he's gonna have to either maybe have like a kidney dialysis or a liver transplant.
Shit.
So hopefully that's not true, but that's something that's circling around the internet right now, and I would see that's very, you know, plausible type of thing. I mean, if you do nothing but drink and get drunk, and like, you know, if you're an addict, that happens. You know, you have to be careful with your body because you only have one body.
This sounds like messed up. I'm not saying I want him to have something wrong, but like, you never know, it could change him magically. I don't know.
Yeah, I
have
totally
hope
agree.
for him all the time.
I know, you're like the biggest Scott supporter.
Him. I don't know why. Like, out of all the Kardashians, he's not even like a Kardashian, and I'm like, he's good. He's got it. And he's like the one that's like all crazy. But this is the last. This is the last one. If you want to pull it up, because my phone's over there, go to his Instagram really quick to get the specific. I should have been prepared for this. Sorry, guys, but it just came to me last second. I was looking, and you know how a lot of people get paid to do posts.
Yeah.
A lot of companies, like, you make money through Snapchat, you make money through Instagram.
Right.
Now, if you go to his page, I'll show you what he uploaded.
Was it recent?
Yeah, it was this one. Yes.
Okay.
So.
He's getting his.
They deleted it.
Uh-oh, what was it?
Let me see. So, all right. So what it was, it's a picture of him with his morning shake. So it's like a shake thing. And the reason why I saw it was my friend posted, I should have snapped it. She posted it. If you guys don't believe that celebrities get paid to endorse things, here's proof. And I guess he must have edited it because she took a picture. And crap, I wish I had it for you guys. I'm so sorry. It's just last minute news and gossip. And it said that, what was it? The company was like.
Is it this one?
Yeah, but what does it say?
It's a booty shake.
I know. I'm just trying to see what the caption says. We're trying to look on the big screen here. I don't know, because he must have edited it because it said basically like what they told him to say, and then he inserted what they told him to say. So at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, post and then said exactly what to
Oh
post.
no.
Yes, I'm so mad.
So he copied and pasted?
Yes,
Oh,
he
my
must have
gosh.
edited. Sorry guys if that was really mumbly jumbly and confusing. It was so last minute news and gossip. I'm
That's
like, I wanted to
funny.
share that.
Yeah.
So next week if I find it, I'll keep it. Like,
Yeah.
does he not think people Snapchat or snap things? Like,
Oh, that's sad. You know, it's funny because like whenever I do any endorsement deals or anything, like I make sure with the company beforehand that it's okay that I use my own wording, because it's like if you're gonna promote a product, you want to be able to talk about it the way you want to talk about it, and not like have this, you know, paragraph that you're supposed to post. So I think it's funny. I mean, it's a mistake any of us could make, but poor Scott.
I'll try to find it for you, and then next week if I remember, I'll try to show it to you guys.
Yeah.
It's not the most important thing, but you know, whatever.
What can you do?
But any predictions?
Let's see. I think we're definitely going to see, I keep saying this every week, but I really hope that we actually see some kind of confrontation between China and Kim. I want to see them talk. I want to at least hear them like over the phone talking to each other or something. I want to see them finally sit down and have the conversation that Kim says is, you know, due.
Yeah, because I've only ever seen China like through Snapchat or Instagram. Like, I want to see her actually in person, actually on camera again. Like, I know that isn't really making any sense, but yeah, I want to see more Kylie. That's all. I always want to see more Kylie.
I totally agree, and I think that, you know,
it's like looking at her.
I just love her so much.
Like, it's not even that she does or says anything. Like, that's the best part is people are like, she could just walk in a room and I'm like, all right, all eyes on her. Like, I'm just about it.
Yeah.
Is that it?
I do believe that this is it.
What does it say?
It says, let he Lord be with you. Here you go at 4 p.m. Eastern. Write the below caption, keeping up with the summer workout routine with my morning at Booty UK protein shake.
Told you.
My
See?
gosh.
I found it. Thank you for
so
finding that
much.
so much.
That is so
So they
fun.
can see it, right?
Yeah.
Viewers?
That's great.
Perfect. I wasn't lying, I swear.
Poor
So
Scott.
that just proves that I don't know. I think that's so stupid. I would never, even if I'm not saying I would never do endorse things, obviously.
Yeah.
If you like it, do it. If you don't. People do it for the wrong reasons. That's a whole other story.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're looking forward to next week, guys. We're going to have Bobby and Francesca. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to having the four of us. Like I said, we're new. Hope you guys are liking the show so far. Trust me, we'll have the rest of the crew back. But anyway, tell us where we can find you, Dakota.
Yes, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter and YouTube at Mr. Dakota T. Jones, and on Snapchat at Crazy Coda.
Crazy Coda. Okay, and you can find me on Instagram and YouTube at Let's Face It with Justine. I do makeup, I do little tutorials, I do all that fun stuff. And you can find me on Twitter at Justine DiVanna 3. I like Instagram more, so if you want to chat with me,
Instagram.
I would do the gram.
Speaking of Instagram, let's take a photo real quick.
Wait, show them this.
Oh yeah, so this is my new case. It's like this awesome Lumi case.
The Kardashians have it.
Yes, but anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us, and yeah, we'll see Bobby and Francesca with us next week.
Thank you guys for watching, and come back next week. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later. Oh my God.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.